Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas, I'm from Shopware, and today I will show you how to actually configure the portal from downtowns that you can see in the background, and how to create new merchants, new organizations, how to configure everything so that you can get it up and running. Right now, at the time I'm doing this video, the text on the portal is German, so you have to deal with this in case you're not German. Sorry for that, but it will be translatable soon. All right, so let's dive right into this. As you can see here, after installation, just as a reminder, the installation of this whole thing you can see in the README of Shopware downtown/downtown on GitHub. So when you did all this installation stuff here, the last thing is that compiled successfully shows up in your console as it does here. Then you have two things available. One is localhost 4200. This is the Angular part that is communicating with the portal via API, where new organizations or merchants or retailers can register. The second part is the actual portal where customers then can buy stuff from the merchants or can contact the merchants. I will use merchant here as instead of retailers, but you know what I mean. I hope so. Okay, so first thing after you have this setup, you go to localhost 8000 and add /admin to the URL. Now this is the portal backend, which is the master portal, so to say. So this is intended to be used by the person that is administering as well the organizations as the merchants. Username is admin. Password here is Shopware. In a production setup, you would change this. Now you are greeted with the administration welcome thingy here, the installation assistant. We just click next, next. Configure later. This is what I will click now. This is something you have to think about, because if you do not put in an SMTP server here, the registrations done here for the merchants on the Angular portal won't show up anywhere, and you have to do this manually through the database, which is what I will be doing. But if you set up an SMTP server here, you will get an email in, and in this email you just click a link and the merchant is activated, your dev merchant, your test merchant. So just be aware, the database foo I will be doing later on is only necessary if you do not set up an email server here, at least during the creation of this video. This might change later. Okay, so I will click configure later here. I will skip the PayPal thing. No recommendations, thank you. I don't want to log in the Shopware account, so skip, and everything is done. Finish. Okay, so let's open up the storefront here as well in a new tab, so we can see what we are doing. All right, so right now it doesn't look like you usually want to do it. And another thing you can see is down here, let me show you. Down here we have one merchant registered storefront. Now, this is because every merchant in the system is actually a sales channel. So we have a sales channel storefront here. And let's change this for our first organization. And this will be Berlin City. Oh, let's omit the city part. Berlin, that's fine. Okay, we have to choose a landing page layout. And I will now use default category layout. Save. Oh, I misclicked. Let's do something else. We will change this up real soon. Okay, so terms of service. Now, it still looks awful here, right? Because now we just have the terms of service. And what we do first is we create an CMS page for the organization. So we go to content, shopping experiences, create new layout, landing page. I want to have a full width landing page, and I call this Berlin landing page. Create the layout, and now you can customize this however you want. Make sure you are using Chrome, because in Firefox right now you get a lot of blank screens. This is something we are fixing as well, but at the time of this creation of the video, it still is like this. Okay, let's click on the plus button. And now I can just basically drag and drop stuff here. I want to have some, what's it called? Some text. Okay, save this. I, of course, would normally customize this, but for the sake of this demo, I won't. Now back to the sales channel, and the landing page layout now can be Berlin landing page, save. And now when I go back to my Berlin here, my Berlin store or whatever, this is how it looks. Okay, so this is good. The next thing we need is, before merchants can register, we need categories, because merchants have to categorize themselves. And what the categories should look like, you should work this out with the organization. Now, in the storefront, in the sales channel here, the entry point for this organization for the sales channel is the catalog number 1. So let's go to this catalog, categories, catalog number 1. So this is the main category, and now we create a new category as a subcategory of this, and let's call this gardening. And let's create a second category, and let's call this, I don't know, leisure. Okay. So make sure, and this is important, to make these categories active. If you don't, they just won't show up without any error. So make sure that the categories you're adding are actually active. Now, when we reload this, still we don't see the categories. This is because categories without merchants don't show up. Let's create our first merchant. This is the merchant part where merchants can register. So I register, and my company name will be flowers, because I'm a flower merchant. f@f.de, doesn't matter right now. The password I'm setting here is Shopware. I repeat the password, and the organization now is storefront. We renamed this, but I didn't reload the portal. So let's fix this, register. Now the right organization here is Berlin. Okay, so again, flowers, email us flowers@flowers.de. Shopware organization, I already said this. And then I register, and now I get registration request sent, because now we have to actually add this merchant to our portal. And as I said, if you have set up an SMTP server, this is now doable via email. So you'll get an email, you click on the link, and it's activated for this merchant. If you don't do this like me, then you have to go to the MySQL server. So this is a Docker command. I have a console prepared here. So I go to docker compose exec MySQL -p, and the password I set here is root. It's the same for you. Now we use the downtown table or database, sorry. And now we use this. You have to set the email to the actual merchant, or you can just omit the where part and set every merchant active in the dev environment. This is okay. So update merchant, set active 1. Then we quit out of here. And now when I go to Berlin, still nothing shows up. This is because the merchant did not yet categorize themselves. So back to downtown. Now we can log in with the merchant things, f@f.de, and the password was Shopware. And this is now the merchant portal for the merchant, and they can administer their stuff. So first thing would be to add some store information. So we can either choose gardening or leisure here. These are the categories that are there, or that are subcategories for Berlin. So I choose gardening, and I have to fill in this here. So we want to make this public on the portal. I am Nicholas. This, I don't know. So let's put a picture in here, and these are the opening times. So let's say we are there from 11 to, I don't know, 9 to 10 a.m. because we only are open for 1 hour. All right, so we can add a description here, lorem ipsum, and save this. All right, so back to Berlin. Now we have this gardening thing here. And when I click on this, still doesn't look that good. So there is one step that we have to do. And let's go back to the demo store here. In the categories here on the main catalog, we want to add a new layout. We create a new layout. So let's go to, where is it? Change layout. No. Sorry, my bad. Content shopping experience, we have to create one first. Create new layout. We want to have a landing page. We want to have it full width. And we just call this merchants. Create layout. And now we can add, if we want to, we can add here some text again. And then we go to the commerce section, and down below, right here, we have the merchant listing. So let's create a new full width thing here and pull the merchant listing in. Save. Now we go back to the categories, catalog categories, catalog 1. And now the layout, we changed this and we changed this to the merchant's layout. Save this, save this. Back to Berlin, reload. Now when I go to gardening, still nothing happens because I did it on the wrong thing. Sorry for that. So Berlin landing page, I don't know. Gardening, sorry, save. Gardening, and this is where we want to assign the layout for merchants. So we have to do this for every category. Saving here. Leisure, assign layout, merchants, save, save. And now we're good to go. So gardening, and there we go. So we have our page here, and every merchant will show up here. And when we go to this site now, there is only the description. What I can do here, of course, as a merchant, I can add some product. So the product type would be a product, not a showcase. And this is something good. This is active. We want to add a product image. This will cost, I don't know, 5 euros. Save. And now when I go to my store page here, then there is one product and I can add it to the shopping cart. Of course, you can add a showcase as well. Oops, sorry. Showcase. Let's do it like this. Product add showcase. Something else. Just to show. Active. Product image. Save. All right, so this is now a showcase product. So what happens here is it's just something that is shown and that can't actually be bought. So you want to have a good description on this. This is for merchants that maybe don't want to use the e-commerce functionality that comes with the portal, because how it is right now, when you buy something on the portal, you as the manager of the portal have to collect the money and then give it to the merchants. So if you don't want that, you should only allow these showcase products. Okay, and that's basically it. This is everything you need to know. Happy editing and stay safe.